All right, so hi and welcome. My name is Colleen Crawford, and I am the area coordinator for PSI Seminars. This discussion that we're hosting today, which is going to be very brief, is a quick snippet of some graduates of the PSI Basic Seminar. In fact, all three ladies here today are also graduates of some advanced coursework, which you'll learn about at the PSI Basic Seminar. My name again is Colleen. As you may have already heard or seen my 2-minute snippet video, I was introduced to this work 10 years ago. It is a low-cost, highly impactful, life-changing 3-day workshop, brought to me far more benefits than I could ever explain. My life is completely different as a result of it, including my children. All 3 of my kids, who are now adults, have done this work, and my husband, who is incredibly resistant, and his business, by the way, quadrupled as a result of starting off with the PSI Basic Seminar. So what I'd like to do is just share some hardcore real life examples of people that, what was their story before they came in, or what were they feeling before they signed up for the PSI Basic Seminar? What did they think that they knew, or did they come with prejudgments or prejudices about the class? And then what actually happened to them? Because everybody arrives in their point A, meaning their right now moment, and then they exit those 3 days in a different place, which I'm going to call the point B. And since then, when you did the workshop, what has evolved? What kind of results do you have that are real and tangible in your life as a result of doing the work? And I'll start with myself real quick. I will tell you that everything in my life is different. I am married. I was a single mom at the time. I was resistant to relationship. I had a career that I loved, but was in the absolute real estate crash. And now I'm in the career of my dreams, which is what I've always wanted to do, which is full-time coaching and training. I not only am in love with life, I'm far more enthusiastic and passionate about it, and I'm more connected to my kids than I ever have been. And the relationships that I have and the community that I've built with authentic women across the country and men is immeasurable. So I have lots of results, but enough about me. Let's get to the other people in this group. And I'm going to start with my fave, Dean Bishop, who was one of the first people I enrolled into this thing back then.
And I wasn't resistant at all. How Colleen, I was supporting Colleen and enrolling people for the very first basic 4 years ago. And I don't know how she got me in was this. Oh, just shut up and sign up. Literally, I'm like, fine. Right. She can picture this right now. I know she can. And that's how I signed up. As a result, I'll give 2. One real recently, a month, like 6 weeks ago, a dear friend of mine, a boyfriend for 12 years, and then a very dear friend for the last 7 afterwards, died unexpectedly. What I learned from this work, when he had passed, we had business together, we had friendship together, we had animosity, we had all that drama. What I learned to do and how to stand in my power and grace was that we were very, very clear. We had closed up business stuff together, and I was able to actually only grieve and be sad. I did not have to work. I did not have to worry about all the stuff that I had left undone. I was strong enough to get it all done so we could be in a space of friendship. That's one. The other thing is, I took that business that we shared together and since last year have doubled it. And the third thing that happened was the relationship that I have. I'm divorced and we have 3 children, and my divorced ex and I did the work, the very first basic together. And then we brought our children in, and our communication is far better. I wish I had this when we were married, because we'd still be married. Not that I want to be married now, but we'd still be married if we could communicate and understand ourselves that much now as we did when we were married. So not to say that we don't get all in tiffs, because they're our kids and we feel things, but I manage it so much calmer, so much more effectively. And that's how I've changed my life.
That's awesome. Those are incredible results. Not only did you have shifts in your family, shifts in your relationship, shifts in your self-empowerment, shifts in your business. I mean, you pretty much nailed all the categories. So thank you. Gee, that's perfect. Thank you so much for sharing. All right, Miss Nicole, how about yourself? Let's hear your story. How did you get enrolled into this work, and what are the results that you have been able to experience?
I was completely resistant. The only reason I finally said yes was because I ran out of excuses of time not working out, said no 4 different occasions, and finally I just agreed to fine, just so my sister-in-law stops nagging me. My lovely sister-in-law, Gina. But it was the best gift she ever gave me. Yeah, I was a zombie in my life, a total passenger. I was passive in my relationships and a complete victim of, oh, this is being done to me. For me, after the basic, I felt like I got an AED shocked back to life. And what I accomplished now is amazing. My relationship with my husband is a 10, absolutely fantastic. My relationships with my kids, my other friends tell me all the time, I can't believe your kids tell you all that stuff. And it's because of this work. And I have balance now. I have balance with relationships. I have balance with my volunteer work and myself. And what I accomplished now, I was running at not even 0 speed. It was sitting at percent, and now I am on fire. And I just can't even believe what my life has. My life was an 8 when I started, I thought, and it is a 10 plus now. And it's priceless. All of this is priceless.
That's incredible, incredible, incredible. And same, like, so not only you re-inspired, on fire, passionate, like you're just lit up. I remember you graduating the basic. I remember it like yesterday, just like I remember Gina saying now and then telling her yes. Same thing. You were on fire.
On
and
fire.
I could hear it in your voice. And true testimony to, I've gotten to experience your son who's done this work, and just the love and the light in his life as well. And the fact that you guys all get to share that. I mean, that's really a precious gift. So welcome to your 10, darling. And we all deserve a 10, don't we? We all deserve a 10 in life. Why not? You know what? There's no fun in being a passenger. Let's make stuff happen. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Judy, how about you, darling? Share what was your experience and how did you feel about coming into the basic seminar?
First, my situation when I first heard about the basic seminar was that I had been through massive changes in my life just a few months before I learned about this. So I was going through a divorce. I had moved from Texas back to Ohio. Oh my goodness, sold my home, left my job, moved, and all of these massive things that were changing in my life. And I have been a student of personal development, and I love, reading many things. And when this came along, I actually met Gina at a meetup over someone else's house and learned a little bit about it. And I said, oh, that sounds really interesting and probably a good time to do something like that. So I jumped in, but I'm going to also say that then I became nervous about it, even though I thought it was such a great deal, because where do you get 30 hours of personal development training for $700 or $800? It's like, that's insane. Like, it would be a few hours of work for someone, in a normal seminar, and it would be much more. So I thought, well, that's really a great value. And so I wanted to do it, but I was really nervous about it, and I was scared, and I almost backed out a little bit, because I was thinking, well, what is this all about, really? Who are these people and what are they doing? I really knew nothing. And it did make me a little bit nervous. So all I can say is that I'm very, very glad that I pushed through that and went, because it did change my life. And I learned many, many techniques for handling people and situations in my life and being able to deal with, all the transition and change that I had been through. So, and then I moved on and went to another course after that, which was extraordinary and, life-changing. And I learned things that I had never done before and heard before. So it was wonderful. It was a great experience. Very, very happy I made the move to do it.
Wow. And Judy, you went through the 3 most difficult things that they say psychologically humans go through in a very short time: career, marriage, and move. All 3 in one blow. And the truth is, a lot of us fall down when blows like that hit us, and we don't know how to get back up. And I think that your ability to not only downregulate, de-stress, manage your emotions through this process and get yourself back up and keep going, right? Huge benefit. Huge benefit. So thank you for sharing that. That's incredible. And now you've got a community of humans too. Now you moved to Ohio, right? On top of your old friends, you got some new friends. So before we close out, first of all, thank you very much. The money and time are typically the two excuses that everybody has, right? And so I just want to touch on that real quick, because I will tell you, I was the busiest, busy woo busy person. And I'm still a woo busy person. It's just different. My woo busy was Victimville before I did this work. Now my woo busy is by conscious choice. I know that I choose my woo busy because I like it. It's just the way I roll. Now, having said that, I also take downtime, whereas before I wouldn't. Now I will take time and literally disconnect and et cetera, and block time that's personal for me or my family, et cetera. When it comes to cost, because this is one of the obstacles was, okay, how do I take the time off? Well, first of all, if I don't take the time off to make this happen for myself, then I'm not going to take time to make things that are important for me anyway. And how often do we ever take a pause for ourselves in our life for 3 days to really, truly reflect where we are, how did we get here, and where are we going? Because is it not true? We can live day to day to day and wake up like Nicole was saying, be a passenger in life and just roll into the next day without any real clear intention about what we're creating. Speak about that a little bit. Did you guys find, how did you decide, I'm going to block the time, and oh, by the way, I'm going to drop $800 or whatever your tuition was at that time. And how did you feel afterwards that you paid $800 and you took the time? That's what I want to hear on. G.
Yeah, I was unmuted. How did I feel afterwards? I didn't even think about it anymore. It was only, well, back then it wasn't that much, but now, no, I don't even think about it, how much it cost. Because then I went on to the other 2 courses. And I would have to give back so much more than $800 if I didn't do this work. I wouldn't have peace of mind. I don't know. I actually forgot the question, Colleen, because I got stuck on the 800.
No, it's just, and what you're saying is right. So not what would you have to give back, but for the value. Okay, here's what
the value. Yeah, there is no measurement of value. I don't have a measurement on it, because I would not be here today. I would not be on this Zoom call today. I would be way more concerned about my hair being down and having makeup on and lipstick on and what else is going on than doing what I'm doing. So that we'll just say that's the immediate, what you can see. That would never have happened. I would never talk and never show up like this, not even attached to anything that has to do with the physical outsideness. No, joke about it, but I'm not at all. So that's the immediate thing that I can tell you that I would have never done.
So step into power, do this work. Authenticity, no fear of judgment.
Right.
How about that?
Yeah, nothing.
Right. Okay. Yep. And that it's priceless. So I'm going to use that word with you. This was priceless training. And the fact that all my kids and my spouse has done it, and our business has increased like quadrupled. And not only that, my children are living the lives of their passionate dreams right now. There's no price on that. Nicole, what about you? What do you think? Taking 3 days and then paying the price you paid.
Gina and I just had a conversation. I have some friends as couples that are struggling, and we just had a conversation this morning. And I said they chose to go to counseling instead of coming here. And I thought, oh, that you'll end up being here, because that counseling, quite honestly, is a place to stay in victimhood. And I was willing to just be roommates with my husband before I did this. And I attended and no one else. And just me shifting my behavior and my choices and owning accountability and responsibility shifted our marriage completely. He finally has now agreed to come to November. But it's totally true. It takes one person to shift a relationship. And I can't even imagine how fast we would have gotten there had we done it together. I probably needed more of the work than he does, and I can't wait to see what he does, because he's super vision on road, keep on moving. He'll be on fire. I'll have to nail him down, like hold him down back after he completes the basic. But together as a couple attending it, hours of counseling and fighting and wasted time and energy on all that. Just going to the basic, what you could really save yourself in terms of time and heartache and sadness. You can just move forward so much quicker and so much faster than sitting in a counselor's office. This is way better, because we all have to deal with their own stuff first.
Well said. Well said. I have witnessed divorced couples get remarried. I've witnessed couples that were fighting, not sure about the relationship, get sistered up and married. And then there are some that are like, gee, that wish they had done it before they got divorced, because it would have saved their marriage. And so amen to that. Thank you, Nicole. That's really, really impactful and powerful stuff. And then Judy, what about you? So taking the time, and then also the value. Well, you already said clearly that the value is crazy, right? Okay.
And I think that most people who want to improve and change their lives, if you talk to them, you'll find out that they do invest money in their own personal development, and they have coaches and they have people in their lives that help them move forward. And the personal growth for me, just, you know, in my level of confidence, you know, even 2 years ago, I probably would not have been on this call with you, you know, and being able to do that. So I think that is, as you said, priceless.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. All right. Well, ladies, I don't want to take any more of your time. I'm very grateful for you sharing this with me, and I'm looking forward to our Zoom calls, actually Friday and Saturday this week, and our basic seminar coming up November 15th to the 17th. So thank you very much. All of you
You're
have
welcome.
a good day, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.